From the Landing Zone Studios on the Dirty Coast here in beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana, I am Peppermint Fatty. This is Butch, and we are Rated X. And Butch, I am totally off screen here. Here we go. I'm back on screen. I'm loving your Shamar Allen shirt you got going tonight.
Hell yeah.
You went and saw him last night, didn't you?
Well, it wasn't Shamar. He was rocking with the Treme Brass Band.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
All right. Let's see. That will, steady this up a little bit.
All right, cool.
Dude, so first of all, let's talk about the show, Rated X. Now, we're going to get a little raunchy, but that's not why it's called Rated X. Show everybody you got a little tattoo here. That's kind of your logo, right?
Yeah.
Tell everybody how that happened.
That started, man, many years ago. I would sign my my paintings, my signature on my paintings, the X in the last initial of my last name.
It was real prominent.
It would stand out a lot, so I decided to make that like my logo. It just kind of like transformed into that and became a thing.
It worked because you got the necklace, you got the tattoo, you got the whole thing going. And for those of you who are here for me, Butch is an amazing artist in the French Quarter. Almost everything you see in the background here is his designs. This scarf I'm wearing. Let me get this over here. This is the Crescent City Creeper, and that is the mascot of his shop in the French Quarter, Haunt Nola. And for those of you who are here for Butch, I'm Peppermint Fatty on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Slide into my DMs, ladies. Pretty much everywhere. Yeah.
And I've been posting about you in the stories. That way people can get familiar.
This man's been getting me followers. I thought I was doing pretty well with followers. Nothing like Butch though.
Followers and hot chicks for you.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's the mission.
All I'm after in life, right there. But I've done some work as a producer for HGTV. I am one of the hosts of a travel channel show called Haunted Live, and doing a lot of podcasts. And I met Butch through the Dirty Boys, good friends down on Charters and Dumaine, and that's also where you find Haunt Nola.
Right.
Man, so right now I asked you to bring some art in today, and you brought. I am so excited about what you brought. Because right back here in the background, over our shoulder, on top of the pizza that ass scarf, we got your creepers. Now these are all the creepers from Scooby Doo. Am I right?
Yeah, most of the original bad guys.
I remember most of those dudes. Every day after school, I came home for Scooby Doo, and I remember seeing almost every one of those motherfuckers getting unmasked. That's maybe my favorite thing you've got in the gallery right now. What led to you deciding to do that?
Well, I made the pin set out of it.
Yeah.
And then I just digitally kind of made a collage out of them. I make phone wallpapers for people. They can screen cap it and make it their backgrounds. Awesome. And I'm like, fuck, this would be a cool print.
Yeah.
So I got a bunch of.
So you got a pin of every one of those dudes? Holy
Actually,
shit!
There's more than that. Not all of them are on there.
You couldn't even fit them all. You got what? You've done like 500 pins, right?
If I had to say, probably about 500 with my shit, and then the shit for other companies I've done.
Yeah.
And then collabs with people.
Yeah. Dude, you do a lot of work with Pizza Boys. Tell us a little bit about Pizza Boys. How you guys hooked up?
I met probably about 3.5, 4 years ago. Bobby that runs Pizza Boys. He would comment on my photos and just give a lot of support. And then
he's out in LA, right?
Yep, Torrance.
The other LA.
Yeah, we the real LA.
Yeah, he's out in the bullshit LA.
So I was like, man, I need to make the greatest fucking pizza design. Then
the ultimate that nobody can talk.
The ultimate pizza design that would be the god of pizza. So I made it and called it Jesus Crust, and we pretty much did anything we could with that design. We started with the pins, the patches, the keychains.
Now, did he collaborate on Jesus Crust?
No, I drew.
That was all you.
So what it is, his whole brand is like a collaborative.
A collaborative thing.
Yeah. And so all the artists he picks up, they just design shit and then they run it through the brand, make merchandise, sell it. So it's like one big gang. It's like a group, a family.
I like something you told me the other night, which is Jesus Crust is almost like the little Buddha or the little waving kitty of pizza places. They're all over the country now at this point, right?
Yeah. So we what we do is we search out all like the cool fucking pizzerias in every state, and we'll be like, hey, give me your address. We'll send it to them.
Yeah.
Let them know the deal on it. Like, hey, put this at your register. It's gonna bring good luck and fortunes. So when we created, it was like, this is gonna be our Swiffer.
Yeah.
You know, like every household needs a Swiffer. Every fucking pizza joint needs a cheese crust.
That is exactly right. And you and I are going to hand deliver one to my personal favorite pizza place. It's a huge chain in North Louisiana, Johnny's Pizza House. They got one on the North Shore, got one in Covington. We're gonna go toss that down, get a sweep the swamp pizza,
Fucking right.
make it happen.
Some suds and slices.
That's exactly right. So what you been up to today? Tell us a little bit about your day. It's been raining like a motherfucker out there.
Yeah, it's been raining, man. I got my little rain boots on, rain shoes on.
What's it like running an art gallery in the French Quarter during like a stormy day like today? That's got to be miserable.
I made $60, but you can pretty much cancel Christmas when it's raining bad.
Yeah.
Or you know, you'll get them troopers that got the little rain suits on.
Yeah.
You know, but umbrellas.
The people who are like, this is my one time in New Orleans.
They're like, fuck it.
Doing the damn thing.
Yeah, they out here and they're like, damn, it's raining on my parade. Fuck it, I'm gonna go out.
Still parade?
Yeah. So, you know, it's not as good.
Yeah.
So rain is my enemy.
You closed down the shop a little early today, right?
Yeah, close it down.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now you went, so you got to go see Shamar and Treme Brass Band last night. How was that show?
Yeah. So last night after I left here, after we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we recorded an entire show here.
Yeah, we did a whole fucking hour episode, and I felt like the champion. I felt like Rocky.
Feeling good, on top of the world.
I felt like Mike Tyson.
I finally knocked out that podcast you've been wanting to do.
I felt like a champion, and then we go to check it out.
I'd had the audio muted the entire show, like a goddamn professional. A goddamn professional. So here we are. This is Rated X Radio, episode 1, version 1B. 1B.
Yeah. Some shit like that.
Yeah.
So we wing it. We pretty much winging this shit. Gonna build it up. And last night we definitely winged it the wrong way.
Yeah. So I'm a big podcast fan. Butch is a big podcast fan. I'm wanting to get on here and just talk about anything. He's been wanting to do this for a while. You've been getting a lot of messages from people on like Instagram and shit, talking about wanting to hear more out of you, wanting to see you more.
They like the talking, they like the inspiration, they like the motivation, they like the funny shit.
This is legit one of the most inspirational dudes I know. As in like just little sayings like, you know, like there's no greater motivator than rejection, and that's true. And just getting out here and doing it. Like seeing all the stuff he's done. Like a lot of artists out here, they get a gallery, they put up their art, and that's it.
Yeah.
You got pins, you got banks, you got shirts, you got everything you could want. Yeah. You don't stop.
I'm trying to do anything and everything I can.
Yeah, to get ahead. You got to do it.
And every day I try to, like, whether it's me talking on the fucking story or, you know, typing it out and shit. And then a while ago I posted my new heart pin. Well, not new, but a restock. And I was just like, man, tag somebody you love because they might not be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, like straight up. I'm not afraid to talk like that.
No, absolutely.
I'm not afraid to express myself, my feelings, and all the inspiration and motivation and shit that I talk is from my life experiences. And it helps people.
Absolutely.
Because motherfuckers send me messages like, man, thank you. I needed to hear this today. Like I get so many messages about shit, or even just like you motivated me to get back painting or do this or try this. You know, like fuck, it's amazing.
I had a great childhood. I had great parents, and when I became an adult, life kicked me in the fucking teeth, and it kept kicking me in the teeth, and that's what life does. It kicks you in the teeth, and you got to learn to get back up because nobody's pulling you up. You got to stand up on your own and keep going back after it.
You ever see that Leatherface movie where that sheriff was kicking that dude down on the ground?
Yeah, yeah.
And the motherfucker he was doing push-ups. He's trying to get up.
That's right.
Beating the fuck out of it. That's how life is.
That is exactly how life is.
You're trying to do push-ups. This cocksucker's beating the fuck out of you as you're trying to come up. And you just got to keep going.
We both love the city of New Orleans. That's also how the city of New Orleans, like the government of New Orleans is.
Yeah.
They will ticket your shit, they will tow it, and they will sell it, which literally happened to my last truck. Never got it back. But I moved forward. I got back up, got another truck.
But we're fortunate enough to live in the greatest city on the motherfucking planet.
That's absolutely true.
You know, I'll stand behind that, ride or die with that one. The roads suck, but it is what it is.
We're in a town where, okay, let's say you're in, I don't know, let's say you're in Tulsa. And Tulsa actually, surprisingly, has a pretty good music scene. On an average night, there might be 1 or 2 shows you can go to. Tonight, like Thursday night or Wednesday night, you could go to Frenchman Street, and there's going to be 8 different shows on 2 blocks. There'll be 8 different shows. Some of the greatest musicians on the planet. You want to see Kermit Ruffins?
Yeah.
He's playing every night somewhere here in town, whether it's at his place, whether it's the Blue Nile, and the same with Shamar. The same with so many of the world's greatest musicians. And that's one of the things in Shamar Allen's song, "Greatest Place in the World." He talks about New Orleans as a place where musicians can actually make a living. There's so many places they can't, but they can here. There's always shows.
So I was backstage with him last night, and he had like all these old heads, all these old cats. These cats, originators, they've been in the brass band, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting there listening to them chop it up and talk and whatnot. And I watched their performance, Treme Brass Band. And this, you can see it on my stories. It's still up there. There's one old cat in the band, bro. He plays saxophone. This motherfucker stuck his fingers in his mouth, and he was playing the little Mardi Gras whistle sound.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck he was making that sound.
Dude, I've never seen anybody do that in person.
It's on my story, and then he was singing, bro, and he just had this priceless voice. And you know, I'm watching this shit, and I'm like, these fucking people are pure culture and history.
Yeah.
You know, like, this ain't no bullshit. You know, like, no fucking...
I think this is one of the few cities in America that embraces its history. Doesn't just tear it down, doesn't throw it away, doesn't remember it a couple days a year. Every night is history, and the kids learn from the old heads like you're talking about. Actually, you see these kids out here. My friend Snoozin, you know Snoozin? She used to stay in the Treme, and I would go stay with her, and I'd wake up in the morning, it'd be like 10 a.m., there's a marching band of like 5th graders out there, just going out practicing for Mardi Gras. And that you can't experience that anywhere else on the planet.
Yeah. And man, this is a Tuesday motherfucking night. The quarter was pretty dead yesterday, kind of. Yeah. The streets were kind of dead at night. I got out there at midnight, and this little place was fucking jam packed.
That was out at DBA.
Yep. All tourists, a couple of locals. I noticed. Everybody in that bitch is dancing, getting down.
You ever check out the Spotted Cat? You ever head over there?
What is that?
That's right across the street from DBA.
Oh, yeah.
Right across the street. I am banned. They banned me for life from playing music at the Spotted Cat. Now, I need to add that I've never played music at the Spotted Cat. What it is like when I'm out and about, people ask me a question like, hey, are you like back home they're at the Walmart? Somebody thought my brother worked there, and I just rolled with it. I'm like, yeah, how's he? You know, you seen him lately? Blah blah blah. Me and this girl I was fucking with, we went out to Spotted Cat, and I walk up, and I guess I looked like a musician, and they're like, hey man, you sitting in later? I'm like, yeah, just because this is the easiest way to get through a conversation is just agree. And they're like, all right man, I'll see you later. We fist bumped. We went into Spotted Cat, fucked around a little bit, left, came back like an hour later, and that dude's standing at the front with his arms crossed, like, where the fuck you been? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you said you were sitting in, man. We couldn't find you nowhere. You're fucking done here. You're never playing Spotted Cat again. And I've never played music with the Spotted Cat again.
Do you play music at all?
No. I played drums in junior high. But yeah.
That's one thing I wish I could play a fucking instrument.
I miss playing music. I miss playing drums.
I can't. My brain can't figure it out. But if I could play a fucking instrument, I goddamn guarantee you, I would get in the...
We got to get you on a washboard or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I fuck with Windex Pete. He got the washboard. So I'm like, that's my easy route into the fucking band.
Windex Pete's got to teach you.
I don't need to be touched. I could clicky that shit right now.
Where you goddamn spoons? You need them.
I tried to tell tomorrow. I'm like, look, let me get the washboard and come on tour. Straight up.
Yeah.
I want on the band.
You're adding value.
You know what I'm saying? I got to...
Was that a no-go?
He laughed at it. I told him last night. I said, man, I always fuck with him, but he's gonna put me in the video with him and Big Frida. He said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's huge.
When they film that,
dude, that's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
But so here's your problem, Butch. You're asking permission. You just need to show up with a washboard, get on stage, and start doing it.
I should have did that last night.
Yeah.
Fuck the game. That's how I'm coming.
Yeah, it's easier to get forgiveness and permission. Just get up there with a washboard, show them how you roll.
Yeah.
I think that's the game. I think that's the route from here on out.
Last night I told him, I said, man, you need to set me up. I wanna do a remix with the Fifth Ward Weavy.
Yeah.
That Let Me Find Out.
Yeah.
And he laughed. I was like, man, I'm not joking, man. I said, I got some good shit to say on that song. I said, I'm gonna start writing. He's like, go ahead, write it.
That is so. There was like 2 years here where you couldn't drive anywhere without hearing Fifth Ward Weavy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's coming out of nowhere, coming out of houses, coming out of cars. Let Me Find Out. Some of the greatest lyrics I've ever read in my life.
Dude, after
Let me find out you're wearing bootleg titties.
Yeah.
Let me find out that booty meat ain't real. I mean, come on. Oh my God, it's a classic.
I met this like young 21-year-old new bounce artist.
Yeah.
At Dragon's Den for the party after what was the first playoff game we had?
Not the Eagles. Was the Eagles?
Yeah, Eagles that night.
Yeah.
So I go to Dragon's Den. They had a party after party. There's a bounce artist that went viral with their song called "Look Furly."
Okay.
So they let me listen to it. It was pretty tight. So
there's just so many musicians. That's one thing. Like we're doing this NOLA Famous podcast. You're a guest on, of course, and we're talking to somebody else with a podcast here in town. I'm not gonna mention a name. My partner went to meet with them, and they're like, "Yeah, why don't you come on over to our podcast network? Give us 50% of your profits." And then they're like, "How many shows y'all want to do a week?" And we're like, 5. And they're like, "Nah, you can't do more than 1 a week." Like what? Joe Rogan's doing like 30 hours a week. And then they're like, "You're gonna run out of guests." I'm like, "Have you actually been in New Orleans? There's an unlimited amount of guests."
Yeah.
Because I guarantee these people, they're thinking, "Oh, you get a couple Neville brothers, you get Harry Connick Jr., you're done." I want Windex Pete.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
I want the random dude rolling around the French Quarter with that miniature horse.
Yeah, you're right.
Snoozing with him.
Yeah, they fucking around. We got that. We got the list. I already got 2 confirmed.
Yeah.
Today.
Oh, that's awesome.
2 artists.
You're out there hustling.
Yeah. And I mean, shit. 3. Swipe that. Since last night, I got 3 confirmed. I got Shamar Allen, Lana, Guerra, and Jessica.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
This thing's gonna blow up. I'm excited to get some guests in here.
Mm-hmm.
Get in here, talk about what's going on out there. I think this show, more than anything else you can listen to, is where you're gonna learn about real New Orleans, real French Quarter life. Because this man lives the French Quarter life. I live mainly a couch-based life. This motherfucker's out here. He's out and about.
I just left 801 Royal. See my homeboy Andrew. He works at Lucy's on the weekends.
Yeah.
And he works 801 Royal on Wednesday nights. And I know to go there on Wednesday nights because it give me the hookup. So
who better? I don't think there might be a better guest out there than a bartender.
Fucking
the
right.
stories every bartender in this town would have.
You know, you can have guests forever with bartenders.
Absolutely.
Fucking waiters, waitresses.
Yep.
The list goes on.
Every waitress I know in town has dealt with celebrities in town, like movie stars. And just your regular run of the mill.
You know what else? Tour guides.
Tour guides, cab drivers.
I got some cool ass tour guide friends. They'll come in here with some crazy stories.
We need to get some Uber drivers in here.
That would be fucking good too. One of my tour guide, Ashley, the other day she told me a story. We was having a drink. That a motherfucker came out their house in the quarter, pissed off because they was right in the front, you know, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Telling her, came out and burned her with a cigarette.
Holy shit!
Straight up.
Was that their first move? That's a power move right there.
Yeah. When
you start out with when somebody starts out burning with a cigarette, like it's just time to go home.
Yeah.
Like the escalation from there is knife. Like it's got to be next. Yeah. The cigarette, knife, gun.
I came out swinging.
Oh, for sure. I would have probably looked like Martin Lawrence on the old show Martin, just like swinging in the air, not hitting nothing. But I'd be some swinging.
Oh, we got some great we got great, interesting people we could bring in here.
Everywhere.
Like, it's so fucking many interesting people.
Man, I got friends that can just. I've got friends I want to bring on here. We might have to put masks on them because they got jobs. They got jobs in the state. Oh, there's so many people. And when I signed up for this, I hadn't even thought yet. Like, man, how many of my stories do I want to tell? And I've decided I'm just gonna go ahead with it. I'm just gonna go all out, let it ride.
Hashtag YOLO.
There you go.
Fuck it all.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the big sell? Like right now, if you bring somebody in your gallery, show them around. What's the hottest item? Like, what are people pinging on right now? What are they liking?
On a daily basis, the pins are gonna roll out the door.
Right.
It's affordable.
I've said it like 30 times to you in the last couple of days. Every time I've been friends with the Dirty Boys for years. I always bring people to their gallery. Those people always walk through. They like their stuff. Can't afford it. Walk into your gallery. Come out with like 6 pins every time.
Yes.
Universally.
Yes. Guaranteed.
Now that's something the Dirty Boys are doing more of. It's more affordable, like cheaper stuff like the earrings, the hearts.
Yeah, they started making some little print type shit too.
Yeah, because you need to have something for everybody. Because I've been wanting a Jeremy Hebert window forever, but I'm broke as fuck. One day I'm gonna get it. I got one good big one of Vargs that says, I think it's some Arcade Fire lyrics. I don't even listen to Arcade Fire. It says, "Now that I'm older, my heart is colder." And it's got like the wood heart. It's got nails in it. It's got staples in it. It's awesome. Love that. They actually have it out in the truck right now because it broke. I got to get Varg to fix it.
Oh yeah.
Fell off my wall.
You was banging the headboard against the wall.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do. Especially when you're a 300-pound ginger. You got to get it where you can and when you can. Yeah. Dude, so what do you think of this new studio we got set up here? You liking this so far?
Yeah, I fucking love it. Like I said earlier, we were walking in. I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm walking into my job.
That's right.
It's starting to feel like it.
It's starting to feel real.
Yeah.
We're going to have this so for all those, we're probably going to have this video up tomorrow, I'm guessing. And I'm thinking we might take the audio and throw it up on YouTube or SoundCloud as well. And basically this Friday, we're uploading everything we got to iTunes, to Android, all that. It takes like 2 to 4 days for it to go up first time. But this podcast is happening. Come next week, we're going to be out everywhere to download. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm especially looking forward to where this thing's going.
Yeah. I think if we can just get like a little clip off of that right there.
Yeah.
A minute clip and like a little funny section of it, just so we can post it on the page.
Yep.
Some screenshots, post it in the stories.
Yeah.
We're
gonna I'm gonna make that happen tonight. That's for sure gonna happen. And this is gonna be a really fan-driven show, I think. We're doing this because people have asked this of both of us. Everybody's always asking me, where can you find more of my stuff, especially after the TV show was over. Everybody's always telling you, like, we need more of you.
Yeah.
So let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't like. Legit, if you don't like it, let us know. We need constructive criticism because that's the only way to get better. In life, in everything, you got to get some constructive criticism. But yeah, we're going to start getting guests in here, maybe do some featured artist type things.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of stories about life in the French Quarter.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you've been fucking around with Quarter Confessions guy.
Yeah.
And if y'all don't know about that, that's on Instagram.
We'll get them in here. We'll get them in here.
They blown up in the last month. They went from 0 to like 100,000.
0 to 100 real quick.
I've worked for years to get like my 6,000 Instagram followers. I'm so proud. These sons of bitches came out in a month and got 100K.
That's what the world wants. Debauchery. They want fucking chaos.
Yep.
They want bad shit, crazy shit.
Everybody wants to do, when it comes down to it, all the reality shows, all the things people look at on the internet, people want to see and listen to people talking about drinking and fucking.
Yeah,
and that's why people come to New Orleans in the French Quarter.
Or negativity over positivity. You're gonna hear and see negativity
conflict
before you see shit talking, beef, drama, yada yada.
Speaking of which, we've talked about this a lot off the air and in our podcast that didn't happen. The Saints got fucked.
Yeah, they got fucked.
I love the meme with the Pornhub thing. Yeah. NFL ref fucks entire team. That's so goddamn good.
And, like, when I seen that picture, I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
You know, because I fuck with the Pornhub myself.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
That's why they created the internet.
Yeah,
Everybody knows that.
But
Al Gore had to get his shit going.
When I seen that fucking photo, I'm like, damn, I gotta post this. They went crazy on that picture.
I love New Orleans for so many reasons. New Orleans is creative, and New Orleans is petty as fuck, and that speaks to my heart. Ain't nobody in this town watching the Super Bowl. We're all doing our own thing. We got
the boycott bowl.
The boycott bowl. We got a fucking.
The page is up.
Yep. It's gonna be a music festival during the Super Bowl, raising money.
It's gonna
for
get so
youth
big.
Sports.
Yeah, they're going to the city hall to discuss the location. And I think they're gonna put that motherfucker in Champion Square.
I think so. I think you're right.
Shamar is official now.
Awesome.
He's in it.
I haven't heard any artist yet.
Shamar, Chopper, the Vets. I don't know who the Vets are.
I've heard of the Vets. They're I think they're like 90s, 80s rock.
Okay. The chick's hot.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's an old picture or not, but the chick's hot.
We'll see.
So we got Shamar, they got Chopper Style, they got the Vets, and they got Partners in Motherfucking Crime.
Dude, that's like it's gonna get bigger, but that's all you need.
That's all.
Right now, 2019, January 2019. There's nobody bigger in New Orleans than Chopper. You got Do the Sean Payton with Shamar,
and you got Partners in Crime.
Yeah, that's huge.
Dude, when I was fucking, how old I was, I don't know, but I was young, and when that came out, it was 1993.
Yeah.
Pump the party.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm picturing little tiny Butch. By the way, I don't know how old you were. Let's say you were 9. I'm picturing you.
I was 93. I was 12 years old.
I'm picturing little 12-year-old Butch walking down the streets of Houma, covered in all the tattoos he has right now at 12, just fucking jamming out to this song.
So my biggest memory with that song is in my neighborhood, one of the big drug dealers, he had one of those it was a 91 Accord or a Civic or some shit. Remember those?
Oh yeah.
So he had these motherfucking 15s in the trunk, and we were riding that, and that song came out, and they played that shit, and I was 12 years old, sitting in the back seat, and this shit had my fucking my skeleton in my chest, boom, coming out and vibrating. And you know, I'll always remember that fucking song from that. You know,
that's awesome. Oh my God, that visual, like a 91 Civic.
It was a white 91 Civic. It was a fucking 2-door, crammed in the back, and man, this dude had some 15s in the trunk, slamming.
You could feel it in your bones.
Pump the party.
I'm excited about this. Basically, like I decided, whatever the city of New Orleans decides to do during the Super Bowl, that's what I'm doing. Not watching the fucking Super Bowl. First time in my life. I'm out. Hard pass. Fucking, we haven't heard one syllable from Roger Goodell over that call. Not one thing. He just disappeared.
He seems like
we need to put him on some milk cartons.
Yeah, he's like a white privilege type of guy.
Dude, he's a white privileged guy who fucking has always hated New Orleans. He's had a thing out for Sean Payton for a decade.
Now we got a whole new festival off his fucking ass.
Yeah.
Where we all gonna profit and make money off of.
Dude, it was almost like a little bit of a death. That loss, and New Orleans celebrates death because that's a way to celebrate life. And that's something else I love about this city. It doesn't get down. Even after things like Katrina, New Orleans bounces back bigger and better than ever. And this town knows how to party. It knows how to have fun.
I don't give a fuck about football. NFL, fuck all that shit now.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Man, I think Vince McMahon is really sleeping on a big opportunity to offer the Saints to hop over to the XFL. He needs to make that offer. Put some money on the table.
I was disgusted with the NFL with the Kaepernick shit.
Oh, yeah.
The man ain't did nothing wrong.
No.
This man ain't played football over 2 years.
And it's not like he's protesting by burning shit down.
You know, you got motherfucking, they had women beaters and rapists or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know the details, but there's some motherfuckers in the NFL. This man can't get a job.
Yeah. Haven't done shit.
He ain't did a motherfucking thing.
Nothing. No. I've been out in the NFL for a while. Like, I mean, I always support the Saints, but like the Patriots are getting caught in the cheating scandal every year. You know? And everybody's like, oh no, they're the best of all time though. And I'm thinking the same with John Jones in MMA. It's funny how the best of all time keeps getting caught in doping scandals, keeps getting caught in Deflategate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's funny how the best of all time just happens to keep getting caught when nobody else is getting caught.
Right. I fuck with John Jones.
He is the greatest of all time, though.
Yeah, he's a man. I've watched a fuck ton of UFC.
You watched this last weekend.
Yeah, that was a shit show.
Dude, Greg Hardy in the co-main event, some bullshit. Mm-hmm. Like, he's had 3 fights like that. So Greg Hardy, former Dallas Cowboy, kind of got basically an incredibly talented player who nobody re-signed because of, I believe, like wife beating allegations. UFC gives him a second chance, and I'm all about second chances for anybody because I don't like the culture that's like, oh, you said something I don't like, you did something I don't like. I never want you to make money again. Like, you got to eat, you got to pay your bills. So I'm down with the UFC giving Greg Hardy a second chance. But the dude's had like 3 pro fights, Butch. And so what happened is he's fighting this guy.
Was he the one before the main event?
Yeah. He's the one that kneed the dude in the head while the dude's knee was down, which is incredibly illegal in the UFC.
Yeah.
If your knee is on the ground, you can't be kicked. You can't be kicked or kneed. And a lot of people are like, oh, he wanted out of that fight. Oh, man, he just had no experience at all, which is why you don't put him on the co-main event on ESPN.
It looked like he was going to fucking just like kick a field goal with the dude's head.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was clear he had the power. He was probably going to win. But that was a bad look for the UFC and it was really bad for Greg Hardy. They mishandled Greg Hardy because he's a dude you want to build back. You want to get some good public relations behind. And here you've got the guy that everybody's called a wife beater, and now you've got this motherfucker landing an illegal knee.
Right.
And it doesn't look good for anybody. Lots of boos. And but that main event was the main event was killer. TJ Dillashaw versus Henry Cejudo, champion versus champion. What do you think of that one?
So they were both coming on, both of the main events.
Yep.
I was at American Sports.
Oh, yeah, that and Adrian Broner versus Manny Pacquiao.
So I wanted to watch the fucking boxing match because Adrian Broner was talking some good shit. And I'm like, damn, he might.
There's so much in that statement.
He might back it up. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking, like, Pacquiao's falling off. He lost to that, I don't know, Jeff Rice, that Australian guy. I can't remember his name. Mm-hmm. I'm like, all right. Like, Broner has always been a little underrated. I thought, I went ahead and picked him. I don't know as much about boxing as I do MMA. But Manny Pacquiao beat the brakes off that man.
He beat that man, So both those fights was going to start at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, how the fuck I'm going to watch, how I'm going to pay attention to both?
Yeah.
So the fucking UFC one starts, and this shit was over in 30 fucking seconds.
It was over while the other fight, it was still just one person walking out.
And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? This man got dusted in 30 seconds?
Man, when they weighed in the day before, it looked like 2 dead corpses they dragged out of a lake.
Right.
TJ Dillashaw made a big mistake. Every time they've ever done champion versus champion, the little guy moves up to fight the big guy. TJ Dillashaw was offered either, and he decided to move down, voluntarily cut another 10 pounds. And one thing a lot of people don't realize, when you dehydrate like that, especially more than you're used to, the last part of your body to rehydrate is around your brain, which means it's way easier to get knocked out. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people thought it was an early stoppage. But the thing is, like, TJ Dillashaw was kind of intelligently defending himself, but he wasn't defending himself well. He was still getting his ass whipped.
He
was fighting back, but he was just going to keep taking damage. I didn't have any problem.
I didn't see him in a fight where he did his thing. You know? But
he's beaten some of the greatest of all time.
That was a shit show. In the week, the fight before that, Cyborg and Amanda Nunes.
Man,
woo,
there were some people that listened to me on Sports Talk 977 up in Monroe. I told them, I said, put your money on Amanda Nunes. Cyborg's great, but dude, Cyborg in her entire career has only fought one top-level fighter because there's not really top-level women at 145. Only one she's ever fought is Holly Holm, and that was a decision. Amanda Nunes smoked her.
Man, I'm talking, this shit was a fucking beatdown.
Did you ever hear the Joe Rogan Experience podcast where he interviewed 135-pound UFC fighter, what is her, Kat Zingano? Mm-hmm. You listen to that one? Kat Zingano talked about, She I think beat Amanda Nunes back in the day, but Amanda Nunes hit her so hard it fucked her thyroid up. She's been having to see doctors for like 5 years, like literally trying to reset her brain waves because of how hard Amanda Nunes hit her. That's the highlight of that podcast.
Didn't Amanda Nunes take out fucking
Dude, she took out Ronda.
Misha
she took
Tate?
out Misha. Yeah, retired Misha. Retired Ronda.
She's the one that ended Ronda.
Yeah, ended Ronda. Ended
No,
Misha.
Misha did.
Yeah, well, no.
Misha beat her first, right?
Holly Holm beat Ronda first. And
Holly Holm.
Then Ronda came back and Amanda ended it. Put the nail in that coffin.
Yeah.
So now she's beat Misha. She's beat Ronda. She's beat Cyborg. That's it. Like basically everybody, all she's got left is Holly Holm, and I don't think anybody thinks Holly's gonna do anything different.
She should just throw the fucking retire as the beast. You know what I'm saying?
I think she should go fight T.J. Dillashaw. Fuck it. Fuck it. Everybody, I think I posted, because that's the thing people have been doing in MMA for years. I just posted like Amanda Nunes definitely the GOAT. Only thing left for her is Mayweather. That's all that's left.
The money fight, real money fight.
Exactly.
I'm thinking so there's fucking Adrian Broner and Pacquiao.
Yeah.
The best part of that fucking fight is when it was over.
The post show. That was the best part.
When this idiot ran to the corner and threw his fucking hands up, and when he talked to the announcer,
he was talking to Jim Lampley. He's like, I got robbed, blah blah blah. Jim Lampley's like, Mr. Broner, you literally threw less than 8 punches.
And then when he told him, he was like, I'll beat you. He's like, I'll be 7-0 versus you. Like, what the fuck? And your boy's like, this interview's over. You're a fucking idiot.
It's worth that. Like, it is worth finding the replay of the Jim Lampley interview. Don't fuck with the fight. Fight was no good. Pacquiao was basically like landing more because he was throwing more. Broner wasn't doing shit.
I've seen so many fucking funny videos and memes off this fucking idiot.
Dude, I haven't seen any of them.
Oh,
you gotta start sending me all of them.
A motherfucker remixed his interview. They remixed his interview as a fucking song.
Oh shit, that is awesome.
Oh my god,
dude, I've got a big problem with a lot of fight camps. Like you'll have guys like Adrian Broner, and he goes to his corner in between rounds, and they're like, "You're doing great. You're doing great. You're winning." They're just lying to a motherfucker. Just yes men.
He had a Lakers hat on. Am I right?
Yeah.
I
think he had a Lakers hat on.
I'm not fact checking. Shout out to Michael Rappaport.
There you go.
But I seen a Lakers hat on the fucking. I guess that's the head fucking trainer or whatever.
Yeah.
Shit.
Dude, you ever watch Bellator MMA?
Yeah.
So Bellator MMA, they got a good show this weekend. I found out something interesting about it. So you got the finals of their heavyweight tournament, Fedor versus Ryan Bader. That's going to be a good fight. You got this up-and-coming kid, Aaron Pico, who's like a world beater at 145. But there's this guy. Let me pull up his name. His name's like Amin El Taburi or something like that.
Sounds dangerous.
He's an Iraqi immigrant, and he trains at Jay Glazer's Unbreakable gym in LA. And he made a friend there, and his friend, let me make sure I got his name right here, Adel Altamini. He's ended up becoming best friends in that MMA gym with Chris Pratt, Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy. That's right, Andy Dwyer from Parks and Rec. Chris Pratt is walking him to the cage and is probably going to be one of his 3 cornermen during this fight.
What?
That's the first show on the televised card on Paramount Network. And that gives me a reason to tune into that first fight. I want to see Chris Pratt corner an MMA fighter. It's going to be ridiculous.
Then they got 50 Cent involved with Bellator.
Yeah, and I am never quite sure exactly how he's involved.
Because he started the hashtag Get the Strap.
That's right, and they bought that from him for $1 million.
For $1 million bucks. Like an idiot. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like you couldn't just come up with an alternate version of that for free?
Damn, America's great.
And yeah, it is. He made $1 million off that hashtag. Dude, I got a buddy who had a great idea. Basically, he's a military guy. He does some top secret shit. He's as close to James Bond as you can get.
Mm-hmm.
But he loves Vegas. Has lived on and off in Vegas, and he wanted to start a gym down the road. Him and his woman in Vegas, and they found what he thought was the best name. He bought the URL, bought the website, and then the Vegas shooting happened. And you want to know what website he had bought a year earlier? Vegas Strong. And now, yeah, he owns Vegas Strong, and he's like, what the fuck do I do now? Because if I go sell it, America will eat me alive because it'll look like I'm trying to profit off a disaster. And now I can't go start in that Vegas Strong gym right now. Like he didn't know what to do. He had no clue. He just sat on it.
He cashed in like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I was telling him like he should go to some of the like casino conglomerates and be like, hey, buy this off of me and like use it for fundraising, use it for like blood drive, whatever. But he was kind of scared. He was scared of what, like, you know what I mean? He was scared because in 2019 you can have the wrong look on your face. Somebody gets it on video and you're fucked.
Yeah.
And so he was nervous about that, which I get.
I'd like that casino money.
Yeah, I would like shit. I'd like that Carrot Top money. Come on now.
Fuck. But Vegas is like your deathbed. That's where you go lay to end your career. Vegas.
Dude, Brittany's doing big there.
Exactly.
There you go. There you go.
Where you go lay to your deathbed.
But man, that's some good money once you get there. Yeah. That's some good money.
Good retirement money.
Yeah. I think Penn and Teller do like 2 shows a night, 5,000 people a night.
Celine Dion.
Fucking
Cher. Fucking. That's where you go. That's your path to your deathbed.
Yeah, and some of them come close to actually dying, like when tigers start ripping their throats out.
Fuck Vegas. I done been to Vegas 3 times.
You don't like Vegas?
I'm not missing nothing.
I love Vegas. I like Vegas.
I don't like that.
I don't like it like I like New Orleans.
In New Orleans, I could be at a joint, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could step out the door, walk to the next joint. I could walk 2 blocks, be at the next cool joint. In Vegas, you go to the joint. Joint's fucking 3 miles long.
You can't walk it.
Right.
Vegas is not a walking city.
So
many women make that mistake. They show up in their fucking fuck me heels, and they're basically dead.
Yeah, you fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, you are fucked.
Yeah, you fucked. But I've been to Vegas 3 times, so I'll be at a place. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I want to go to another place and see what's popping.
Yeah.
Man, you got to get out, walk fucking 10 miles.
Yeah.
You can't cross the street. You got to walk over this overpass bullshit.
See, you haven't been to Vegas since Uber and Lyft picked up, right? It's been
I don't know. Vegas is weird.
Just not your thing.
What's going on with Vegas.
My buddy Ed in San Antonio, he says New Orleans. He's like, I get New Orleans, man. After he came here for WrestleMania, he's like, New Orleans is a dive bar. New Orleans is your favorite dive bar.
The whole fucking thing.
The whole thing. And Vegas is like your club. A lot of Vegas.
I don't know. Vegas is just fucking strange.
Vegas is a weird place. I mean, it shouldn't exist. It's in the middle of a fucking desert.
It's just fucking like, what the fuck's going on? What I know what's going on there. Motherfuckers are getting rich.
Yeah, they are getting rich.
A certain group of cocksuckers is getting rich. That's what's going on in Vegas.
Dana White got rich in Vegas. Yeah. Got that $4 billion.
Somebody's getting fucking rich in Vegas, and it ain't me.
Yeah, no. Oh my God. So I know we've talked about before, you're a purveyor of strip clubs here in the French Quarter.
Yeah, I support the strip clubs.
I made a big mistake in Vegas. I go to Vegas. It's Halloween. Everybody on the strip thinks I'm dressed like a leprechaun. I'm just wearing my fucking clothes I wore to the UFC. And everybody assumes that is my leprechaun costume. I end up getting together with 2 drunk-ass dudes from Denmark. We go to a strip club. Not just any strip club. We go to OG's. OG's is the only strip club in Vegas which is purported to still be run by the mob, so there's no cameras, and it advertises itself as the only full-contact strip club. You can touch anything.
Damn.
I walk in here, and this one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen walks up to me, and I'm like, hey, my dumb drunk ass is like, hey, I've never been to a strip club before. Can you show me the ropes? Fast forward about 4 hours later, I am walking 5 to 10 miles back to my hotel. I got no money. I don't have a fucking penny. My hat's missing and my underwear is missing. And I'm walking past like these.
Your underwear?
My underwear was missing.
You had your pants on, but your underwear were missing?
Yeah.
Or you were like.
I know what happened to him. I was real drunk. And I'm like, I don't think I'm getting the full effect of these lap dances. I need to create less of a boundary between my penis and the ass. So I went to the bathroom and lost my boxes to try and get more bang for the buck. And so then picture a dude walking back to his Vegas hotel. I mean, I walked the entire Vegas Strip, the entire thing, my fat ass, the morning after Halloween. It's like me, a couple dudes out jogging early because the sun's just come up, and a couple prostitutes dressed like Catwoman. And I'm just like, man, Vegas won this round. This was a 10-8. Vegas knocked my ass out on that one.
It was the Pacquiao.
Yeah, thankfully, I was able to take the airport shuttle back to the airport the next day so I didn't have to spend any money. And I left $40 in my car back in Dallas at the airport so I'd have gas to get home just in case everything went wrong like it did.
So let me make sure I'm hearing this story correct. You said you removed your boxes in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And that way you could feel the full effect of the lap.
I just felt like I wasn't getting the full effect of it. There was too much in between me and the booty, me and the ass. So I needed to reduce that, and it really didn't work that well. I think it was all belly. I don't think it was boxer. I think it was all belly. This motherfucker over here recording this. I think this is going on Instagram.
Yes,
Almost certainly going on Instagram. I got Vegas stories all day long. We'll have to split these up. Dude, I'll tell you what, next episode I'm going to tell you about maybe the most embarrassing moment of my life when I was covering a Conor McGregor fight at the UFC.
This is good memes and good pictures,
dude.
Post.
Oh yeah, I've got a fucking, the most embarrassing story. We're covering that next time. It involves chocolate. It involves a fucking wounded veteran. It's just some bullshit I got myself into.
Because you was working.
I was working as media. Yeah, like I used to go to Vegas about 4 times a year, with press passes from ESPN Radio.
No, I could fuck with Vegas with a gig like that.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
If you get a free pass and we're watching UFC, I'm going to fucking Vegas. I fuck with Vegas.
We could make that happen.
Viva Vegas, go Vegas. I fuck with it.
I don't know if I told you this. Here's the thing. Somebody today, my buddy John in Georgia, he works for a website called Starcasm. They cover like reality TV and stuff online. And he's like, so let me get this straight. You're starting 2 podcasts right now, Rated X and Nola Famous? I'm like, John, I'm starting 7 podcasts.
Yeah.
7. One of them, I've had Puncher's Chance Media for a while. I'm doing Puncher's Chance Radio. We're going to get in here with guests every week. We're going to talk fights. We're going to talk boxing, MMA, may even talk a little bit of pro wrestling. And I get 1 press pass from our radio station. I think we'll be able to get another press pass for that podcast.
Yeah.
And that's how we do Vegas.
I'll fuck with Vegas then.
Best meal I've ever had in my life. Look, I love New Orleans food.
The buffet.
Not the buffet, but the best meal I've ever had in my life is in Las Vegas.
At where?
It's a little bitty chain. There's like 5 of them. It's called the Egg and I, and they got this breakfast that I had this fucker in 2011, and I craved this breakfast for like 5 years. Finally went back, tried it again, just as good. I had it every day. It's called the chicken fried steak skillet. Picture this, my friend. Picture this. You got your hash brown potatoes, your crispy potatoes on the bottom.
Uh-huh.
All right. Then you throw a chicken fried steak on top of that. Then you throw the white gravy on top of that. Then you throw on top of that 2 fried eggs, a little bit of toast. This shit's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to talk to my cardiologist about that shit. But it ain't stopping. It's not stopping. That's every time I go to Vegas, that's the breakfast. That's where it is.
And you know what? You could go to any of those fucking hotel casinos, whatever the fuck.
And they got killer food.
You go to the buffet, it's not a stupid buffet. It's like some fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, you research it, you can find some unbelievable buffets.
I'm out there just viewing this shit, and it's like, damn, these motherfuckers got so much money. They up here wasting all this food. They don't give a fuck about nothing.
No, nothing.
It's just, who cares?
Yeah.
You go and it's like food heaven.
That's exactly right. Yet again, one of the many reasons. I think basically somebody could look at me and just guess this dude's 2 favorite cities are Las Vegas and New Orleans. Just from the way in. Dude, you ever hear Heart Attack Grill?
No.
They got motherfucking Heart Attack Grill.
In Vegas?
In Vegas. Motherfucker had a heart attack eating there. They got a big scale out front. If you step on it and you're 350, your big ass eats for free.
Damn.
Dude, you can order You can. We started out there. My buddy and I. We started out there once. You order these shots. I got a quadruple shot of tequila. It comes in a goddamn prescription bottle with your name on it. A big ass prescription bottle, like that big. Yeah. Then got a butterfat vodka milkshake. They got like a quadruple burger. Now we're just getting the night started. I didn't finish that burger. And if you don't finish your food, the waitress, who's dressed like a nurse, beats your ass with a wooden paddle.
Damn.
Yeah. I made a mistake.
On the strip, on the main strip?
It's not on the strip, it's downtown. It's on what's it called? Shit. There's this I'll remember it in a second. There's this one area downtown where like the Golden Nugget is.
Yeah, that's
the old Vegas.
The old Vegas.
Yeah.
The old
yeah, there's a name for that. I can't remember it. Fremont Street. Fremont Street Experience.
Fremont.
See, I made a mistake though, because I got
Beaumont.
Yeah, I had a little definitely not like Beaumont, Texas. Not at all like Beaumont.
I meant to say it rhymes with Beaumont.
No, it does rhyme with Beaumont. Dude, I made a mistake though. Like I had a lot of alcohol real quick. I had that quadruple shot of tequila, I had that butterfat vodka milkshake, and the waitress in the nurse's uniform, she was smoking hot. It wasn't even mean to. I like touched her hand, and she looked at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Man, she put the extra mustard on that paddle when she beat me. Like she spanked my buddy, just a little bit. Man, she lit my ass up.
Damn.
I felt that a couple hours later.
I wonder, like, you said she's hot.
Yeah.
Like, if you could have took her to the hotel and bring the paddle.
Then we really get after it.
Yeah.
Dude, I had I'm not prepared to tell this story tonight, but I had a real fucked up experience like that back in the day with a professional female boxer. Oh, she lit my ass up. I was fighting for my life, and we were fucking.
What?
Yeah. She was little though, or I wouldn't have made it. She was like 125.
Damn.
Yeah.
That little story right there. It wasn't like some dangerous shit, but I got a pretty wild story.
Yeah.
From back in where I'm from.
Yeah.
There's this bar. It's an upstairs bar called the Balcony. Remember that spot?
Yeah.
You been in home?
I've been at home a little bit.
So
I got some buddies at home.
There's a spot called the Balcony, right?
Yep.
This would be a good one. So we go in there. Just get hammered. I probably had fucking 15 Crown and diets.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, 15. It's just like, fuck the world. I'm getting.
We need to go drinking together, by the way.
I'm
not to get off topic.
Blackout drunk, right?
Yeah.
So this girl fucking charges me and just attacks me.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, we're going home. Fuck this.
Yeah.
I get to my trailer, son. I should have rolled out the Visqueen.
You know it's a good story when you get to the point of we get to my trailer.
We get to my motherfucking trailer on Country Boy Court.
No shit.
The name.
That's real. Yeah, that's real life.
That's real life shit. I stayed there for 10 motherfucking years.
Fucking home at Country Boy Court.
10 years on Country Boy.
So you're saying you need to lay that shit out like Dexter before he dismembers somebody.
So I didn't know it was about to go down, and we get to the house, the trailer, aka the stabbing cabin, aka the poor man's White Palace. And I mean, it just goes straight down to business. And like I said, if I needed some Visqueen because it was a fucking squirt fest.
First time I ran into that, I wasn't prepared for it.
I
didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah,
first time I ran into that.
That was the first time I ran into that shit. I never had that, experience before.
Yeah.
But I ran into it, and she brought the drama, son. She brought the Super Soaker drama.
Oh shit.
Squirt City.
Dude, there's a lot of
debate online.
There's a lot of debate online as to whether squirting is is just straight up piss. And the scientists bring in, they say it's just straight up piss. They just pissed on you. I'm no scientist. I'm just quoting the experts.
So you quoting the experts saying that squirting is piss.
Straight up piss. You're just getting pissed on.
So I had that shit in my mouth.
Yeah, but the thing is, she was straight up pissing in your mouth. But the thing is, if the shit's fire enough, you can overlook some things like that. You can overlook a little bit.
You remember Circuit City?
Yeah.
It was Squirt City.
I didn't think that's where we were going when you brought up Circuit City. There's a little flashback. Oh my God.
Circuit City
This man is
Squirt
getting
City.
material for Instagram. Oh my God.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, that's actually bringing back a couple traumatic memories right there.
I got so many stories, man. Just wild stories. Another night we was in there, me and
This
my
really is Rated X.
Yeah, Rated X. That's why this show's gonna take us to the top.
That's right.
We driving buckets right now, but next year we're gonna be driving motherfucking Sidney Torres Range Rovers.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We got a PJ. We're gonna be in the PJs. We're gonna walk on the PJ in our PJs like Sidney Torres. But
we're basically gonna be new Sydney and Larry.
Yeah. So Rated X Radio is no holds bar.
No.
Everything goes. Tables, ladders, chairs, no rules. Fall counts anywhere, whatever the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's no out of bounds here.
Mm-mm.
We going the distance.
We can talk
about cookies, mosquitoes, titties.
All the latest breaking news of mosquitoes and titties were your place.
Steaks. It doesn't matter.
I actually hear Turtle Bay is pretty good for steaks.
Oh,
I've never eaten a Turtle Bay.
Every Tuesday, you ain't never eaten at Turtle Bay.
Never eaten a Turtle Bay.
Jesus, fuck my life.
I don't even know what I'm doing with my life.
You know that show, Bar Rescue?
Yeah.
So there's two Turtle Bays, right? There's a Turtle Bay on Decatur. There's a Turtle Bay on Bourbon Street.
Okay. And you're talking the Turtle Bay on Bourbon, right?
No, I fuck with the one on Decatur.
Decatur, okay.
The one on Bourbon's for the, they got the wild shit. But
yeah,
I go eat it on Decatur. So that show, Bar Rescue, his name was John something.
Okay.
You watched it. I watched the episode about 5 years ago. He came to motherfucking Bourbon Street and shook back a bar on Bourbon Street, and it was called Turtle Bay.
Okay.
And he turned it into what is now known as Spirits.
I didn't realize that.
With the fucking little, with the skull top hat character.
Yeah.
They got the fucking barber chair in the front because there's a ghost in that building. A barber, I don't know, Sweeney, it might be fucking Sweeney Todd in this motherfucker.
We need to look into that down the road.
So you go, the barber chair in that bitch, there's a shot you take a shot, right?
I've seen unlimited. I'll tell you what, every now and then I'll hop off Snapchat. I don't know if you know how you can go on Snapchat, you can look at locations, and they've got like the French Quarter's always lit up, Bourbon's always lit up.
Oh, yeah.
You click on it, it shows you everybody's Snapchats. Every time there's somebody in that chair.
Mm-hmm.
Every night on Snapchat, you can go see that chair.
I went and watched the McGregor Khabib fight there.
Oh, shit.
I'm there, yada yada. I'm at the bar. Turn around. There's the fucking Sweeney Todd chair.
Yep.
And the motherfucker ain't getting that neck cut.
Yeah.
He's getting titties in his face, son.
That's way better than getting your neck cut.
So they spin you around like 10 fucking times.
Yep.
You dizzy as fuck. The bitch gets on top of you, throws her fucking titties all in your face, and then gives you the shot.
Yeah.
I don't know the cost. I don't know, but
it's got to be more than a regular shot.
But the Bar Rescue shook that place back. It's still a Turtle Bay joint, but it's Spirits now.
Right.
You know?
Well, considering I'm seeing it literally every night on Snapchat, they clearly turned it around.
Yeah.
All right, so I go to Turtle Bay on Decatur. What do I order?
You're going to order, if you on Tuesday.
If
you go on Tuesday, it's filet day, filet night.
Okay.
You order a fucking filet.
All right.
You're going to get this fucking filet. So tender and juicy and good. And they're going to give you a little half-cut potato with sour cream and cheese on top. And they're going to give you a little garlic bread.
Okay.
About $10.
That's a great deal.
Great deal.
That's a great deal.
The everyday deal is you can get a 10 ounce for $10 with the same potato, but a steak, not a filet.
Yeah.
You get the steak, you get a potato, and a fucking bread for $10.
That's a great deal.
That's like every man's dream.
You go to McDonald's and you get like a large extra value meal, you're coming out to $8.
So you can upgrade and get the motherfucking 18, I'm not fact checking, 18, 16, 20 ounce.
Okay, now we're getting into my neighborhood here. We're getting into my neighborhood.
You can get the
How much is that
one,
upgrade?
$16. You get the bigger steak with the potato, with the bread.
Oh shit.
They not fucking around. And the filet's good, the steak's good too.
Alright.
Straight up. They got a good cochon de lait po' boy. It'll knock your socks off. They got a good pizza. They got some good wings.
It's killing me because I'm too broke right now to go eat places. Shit. As soon as I get paid here in a couple weeks, I'm gonna do it all of it.
Here's our scam through life from now on.
All right.
These motherfuckers are gonna sponsor us. We're gonna be like, hey, we're gonna come to your joint and
we're gonna do a show from the table.
We're gonna do a show from the table, or we're gonna come test your fucking product.
Yeah.
Give us a meal. We're gonna talk about it on the show. We got enough viewers, we can prove it. Hey, same thing with this. I was drinking this beer earlier. You're not getting no advertisement now. Look at this. I'm drinking beer.
They gotta pay. They gotta pay.
You gotta pay me now. Fuck you.
Dude, so a couple days ago I was telling you, like, there was a character from New Orleans past I wasn't sure if you'd heard of. And I was like, hey, you should do some art of this guy. I bet it would sell. And it turns out you already did it. You brought it with us. Morgus the Magnificent. Grab that and let's show everybody. Morgus the Magnificent used to come on New Orleans TV in the I think like a Saturday morning thing back in the day. This is Morgus the Magnificent. So it was a local show, and Morgus was a mad scientist. Morgus was a mad scientist. He had his assistant Chopsley, who basically wore, let me get back on screen here since Butch is out of the office at the moment. Chopsley wore a big hood like he was an executioner, like he beheaded motherfuckers. And I didn't grow up in New Orleans. I grew up about 4 hours west of here, Lake Charles area. So I never knew who Morgus was. But I listened to this old radio show, Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell back in the day. It always came on midnight to 4 Central Time, and it was about UFOs, ghosts, all that. If you ever heard of shadow people, the whole shadow people thing was born on Coast to Coast on a night where they did open lines. Somebody called in to talk about shadow people, and then more and more people were calling in saying, I've seen the same thing. Back in 2004 or so, he had an aged Morgus the Magnificent on the show. There we go. He had Morgus on the show, and he was talking about devices he was creating to like trap the power of hurricanes and turn it on other countries and all this craziness. And it was so cool. And as a kid, I loved stuff like Mad Scientists. I had this little lab play set. It was basically like Frankenstein's laboratory, Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory. So I was super, super into stuff like Morgus. I wish I'd grown up with him. So I told Butch, you should do more Morgus stuff. Hanging outside, guys my age will come in. He's like, I did it. I made some prints, and ain't nobody knew who he was. Nobody out there understood who Morgus was. So it wasn't a big seller, but I was super excited to find out Butch had been doing them. And I freaking love this. He's got his boy Eric here. So you had Eric, you had Chopsley. I think there was one other dude. You go on YouTube, you can actually look up Morgus the Magnificent. There's still a lot of clips out there. There was one I was watching the other night where he had on an opera singer, and he had old boy stick his head in this machine. Morgus stuck his head in the other side. Next thing you know, old boy didn't have a voice, but Morgus was singing the opera. Fucking who's that dude?
Morgus, Chopsley, and Eric.
That's it. Eric was the head. And Chopsley was like an executioner.
And that cat, I think he lives in Mandeville.
Does he really?
I think so.
Man.
I met some people that know where he lives.
I am going to try. It's not going to be easy. I'm going to try and figure out how to get in touch with Morgus. I want to have him on a show with us. This show, Nola Famous, my new Supernatural Radio Dark, maybe all of them.
Nola Famous and that one.
Yeah, I would love to get that dude on. Hopefully he can still talk. He could like 8 or 9 years ago. He could still go. Really creative guy. So yeah, I was excited you had his work, even if it didn't sell that well.
Yeah, I mean, not many people know Morgus.
Young people don't. People out of town don't. That's who's coming through.
These young bucks, these young cats, they don't know who Morgus is. Your old heads know who Morgus is out here.
What you drinking? What you got mixed there?
This is some generic rum because we're not gonna advertise nobody.
Not until we get some. Yeah.
Generic ginger beer because you ain't paying us yet.
I got some generic motherfucking Diet Coke, son.
You got generic Diet Coke.
That's right.
Because they ain't pay us yet either, bitch. Write the check.
Right.
Write the check and then we'll start shouting you out.
Actually, the most successful video I've ever done on my own. I've had some big stuff through HGTV. Most successful video I ever did on my own was I did a new shitty Diet Coke flavor taste test challenge. Because they got the new like ginger Diet Coke and strawberry Diet Coke. Apparently, most people's favorite. I ended up taking a baseball bat to one of those motherfuckers. I did a taste test of everyone, and then I mixed everyone with Jack Daniels to really see how it was. Right. They were all terrible. Ginger was the best because it tasted great, other than the ginger flavor. Right. Because it tasted the most like Diet Coke.
I don't know what the deal is with their cans. All their new cans are like, you got the little stripe of the color, and yeah, it's like, man, like, yeah, I know we're in the future and shit, but you ain't gotta fuck with the cans, motherfucker.
No, just leave it be. Leave good enough alone.
Yeah, the cans were straight. You gotta keep fucking shit up.
Nobody sells more of anything than Diet Coke. Nobody. Although I forgot who it was. I think it was Donald Trump once said, "I've never seen a skinny person drinking Diet Coke." And the fact of the matter was, it's probably true. Coke. You are a thin dude.
I drink Diet Coke.
I drink it not for the diet, just I'm addicted to it. My body runs on pure aspartame, which is probably why my body runs so incredibly poorly.
Somebody warned me that, quit fucking drinking aspartame.
Oh, yeah. Everybody, it'll give you cancer. Yeah. If it gives me cancer, I'm going to get that cancer check. I'm going to get that Diet Coke cancer money. Number two, I'll be the canary in that coal mine. If anybody's going to get cancer from Diet Coke, it's good. I'll be number one, and that's how people will know. Yeah. Simple as that. Well, and I'm okay with that.
The thing nowadays is like, oh, this scarf you're wearing gave you cancer.
Everything.
Your phone case just gave you cancer. You know, it's like,
oh, our phones are definitely, everything gives you cancer.
Everything gives you cancer.
And find what you love, let it kill you. I love this, I love whiskey, and I love bipolar women.
Yeah, try to have a couple of squirt parties and fucking some wild times at Vegas and Bourbon Street. Live your fucking life.
If you die that way, you know what? If you die that way, first of all, that's a great way to go. Better than a car wreck. I don't know if you heard the story a couple of years ago. It's one of my favorite stories. I share it every year on National Suicide Prevention Day. There was a dude, I don't know if he was a Texan, just a dude here in America. He decided, you know what? I'm killing myself. I'm done. So what he did is he took every penny he had in the bank out of the bank. He went to Mexico and he blew every penny on cocaine and hookers.
Damn.
And you want to know what he discovered? He loved being alive. He didn't kill himself because cocaine and hookers were so great. So every year I post out National Suicide Prevention Day and remind everybody there's another way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just say fuck it, max out those cards, have a great time.
Sex and drugs.
That's what life's about.
Mexico is fucking jam, bro.
Man,
I want to retire in Mexico.
I think I'd do well in Mexico. When I was little, I'd go there and people touched me because apparently redheaded people are like special, like some sort of gods. Not sexually that I remember. I don't know. I might be
pretty cool if it was sexual.
Yeah, it would be. It depends on who's doing the touching. But I also just
you never know.
Like in Mexico, they just take a dude like me, throw a bumblebee costume on me, and all of a sudden I'm making $1 million a year. I think I'd do well. But I'm also pretty sure I'd be a great beheading target with a melon head.
Are they touching you in the bumblebee costume?
For $1 million, they can touch anything they want. Anybody can. You remember our old pro wrestler Arn Anderson from the Four Horsemen? Right. Arn Anderson was quoted. This is an actual Arn Anderson quote. He said he was talking about some modern wrestler making $750,000 a year. He said for $750,000 a year, you can line up every motherfucker in this city, and I will suck dick 9 to 5 for $750,000 a year.
Damn. So I mean, that is a lot of money.
Hey, the $1 Million Man said everybody's got a price. And for Arn Anderson, it's $750K.
That's a good bit of money.
You can do a lot with that.
Suck dick. I mean, whatever.
There you go. Look, there's a lot of ways to make money. You got bills to pay. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
My goal is just to make that new Swiffer. I always stress that.
Man, just get that Swiffer.
You need that one fucking item that everybody gotta have.
I feel like that's what Quarter Confessions did. Just simple idea.
But they gotta make money off.
They gotta monetize it. Yeah. It needs to be Quarter Confessions brought to you by Cerveza, something like that. You know, Modelo. You gotta get the sponsor.
Yeah. That's what I said. If they get like Dixie Beer, somebody, Urban South.
Yeah.
They on camera with the fucking beer.
Dude, everybody they bring up, they hand them the beer or they hand them a shot or whatever it is.
You just slash the logo in the other corner. The whole episode, you got, you know.
Just like you see us rated X there. Yeah. Look at this. We can move. Look, we put it on your face.
Yeah.
Put it on my cheek. Just throw that logo up there, and you're good to go.
And that's what we're gonna get. We're gonna get motherfuckers to pay us to take that logo and put it on the other corner. We got 4 corners.
Yeah.
We got a wrestling ring.
Yeah.
We got 3 cats want to dump some money on us? Let's go.
Man,
Royal Rumble.
that's what we need for the studio. We need some goddamn turnbuckles in here. Drop some elbows.
We need some sponsors.
Dude, Royal Rumble this weekend. It's actually my favorite WWE pay-per-view every year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because WWE, look, I've grown up watching wrestling, love wrestling. WWE does some bullshit, though. We all know they do some bullshit, but there's something about a big-ass battle royal that I love because you'll get the old wrestlers will show up. You'll get DX show up.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get these new cats you've been watching in, like, Japan or whatever will pop up out of nowhere.
In the Royal Rumble.
Like AJ Styles did a couple of years, popping up in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it. You never know what's going to happen. It sets up everything in the future. Now, they might fuck everything up after it, but I love the Rumble itself. Always have.
Speaking of wrestling, I think my favorite time period of wrestling was when they had WCW. They had the Ravens flock.
Yeah.
And
you're talking back during the Monday Night Wars, right?
Yeah. They will never, ever, ever. So the Monday Night Wars is kind of like living through the Jordan era.
Yeah.
That'll never happen again.
I think we're both really lucky that we lived through the Jordan era and we lived through the Monday Night Wars.
God damn.
And when WCW went under, everything got shittier because like they kept each other on their toes. They were fighting so hard against each other.
Every motherfucking Tuesday to get on that school bus.
That's all anybody's talking about.
Oh, God. It was life.
Yeah.
We watched Monday night fucking Nitro and Raw, and the next day you got on the school bus, and you fucking... we talking about everything that happened on the fucking wrestling.
When you were on the school bus...
And you back and forth with the remote.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 back and forth, back and forth.
I was like 3 years older. I was in college, like freshman, sophomore year, Louisiana Tech University. In the dorms, I think it was USA Network, TNT, whatever it was back then. We didn't get the channel for Monday Night Raw. So there were like 8 or 9 of us got together every Monday, and we were legit rolling all over town trying to find somebody's house. When we couldn't find that, we would legit picture me and the 8 nerdiest guys you could possibly picture from the engineering dorm at Louisiana Tech University rolling up in a cheap motel asking if they rent rooms by the hour.
What the fuck?
Because we just needed a room for Monday Night
Couldn't
Raw.
find nobody with a TV?
Nah, there was a couple times we couldn't. We had to get that $20 hotel room.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Dude, a couple times we went to Walmart. We put it on the TVs in the Walmart.
Sure.
That's how we watched it. Because we could get Thunder. We get Thursday Night Thunder in the dorms. We couldn't get Monday Night Raw.
Damn.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard times. And I wonder to this day what that old lady behind the counter thought we were about to do up in that room for 2 hours. I mean,
fucking baloney fest.
Yeah, we're looking like Revenge of the Nerds walking up in there, getting that 2-hour hotel room.
They have a sausage party.
That's exactly what it looked like. Dude, but back then you do whatever it took to watch because that was the hotness. Raw and Monday Night Nitro and Raw. Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what nobody says. It was the greatest time of my life.
Man, it was awesome. WCW back then. So you had the big stars headline the show. You had like Hogan, Sting, Savage. But on the undercard, man, you had like Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, Conan. Dude, those were some of the greatest matches I ever saw with those dudes. Billy Kidman. Oh my God. Those were unbelievable
I'm going
matches.
down memory lane, and that was the greatest time of my fucking life.
Did you ever play WCW versus NWO World Tour on like the
PlayStation shit, whatever?
Yeah, I think it was Nintendo 64 at the time.
Fuck
that was the shit.
Oh my God.
I'd always grab Scott Steiner and I'd fuck everybody up.
No lie, bro. That's my greatest memories. Those wrestling.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, when I was a kid, I had all the G.I. Joes just like every other kid. But they weren't G.I. Joes for me. They were wrestlers.
I had Ninja Turtles when they came out in 86, 87.
Yep. I remember my mom taking me up. I was in basically a hospital for depression, so basically a mental institution for a month. And I'll never forget my mom got to take me out one Saturday to the movies. We went and saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 with Vanilla Ice. That was my big day out of the mental institution.
To go watch a mental nut.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, Vanilla Ice follows me on Twitter. I don't know when it happened or how it happened.
Stop.
Follows me on Twitter.
Stop.
That's right.
Dang.
I don't know how to monetize that, how to get anything out.
You should post that on your Instagram.
What I'm thinking of doing, because about once every 6 months, I'll hop on. I've got this Twitter analytic thing called like Social Rank or whatever. I'll look through like who are the best people following me, that kind of thing. I think I might do a Facebook Live or something or a YouTube video where I go through the weird, like the craziest followers I have on Twitter.
Yeah.
I got a former presidential candidate. I got Vanilla Ice. Dude, Steve Forbes, the owner of Forbes magazine, the founder of Forbes, motherfucker follows me.
No way.
Yeah, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about, people.
Fucking
I mean, clearly.
Twitter.
Yeah, follows me on Twitter. And I'm just on here talking bullshit about how Amanda Nunes needs to fight Floyd Mayweather.
You think it's got something to do with that, all that TV show?
It's got to be. Like, every couple times, like, Fixer Upper on HGTV, biggest show they ever had. Chip Gaines is the star of it. He's got 1 million followers. A couple times he's like, if y'all aren't following Butch Fatty, like you're making a big mistake. It's got to be one of those type times. Has to be.
Yeah.
I was a prodigy in economics in high school, but I don't think that's why.
Right.
I don't think he was quite aware of me back in the mid-'90s.
What else was I going to say?
I think the actual account that follows me has the most followers is like a pug meme account. It's got more followers than any of them.
Yeah. Them dog and cat accounts go ham.
Dogs, cats, and porn. That's what that's what makes the internet go round.
Yep.
100%.
Exactly.
Dude, you got any big plans this weekend?
Oh fuck! Well,
any interesting concerts? Anything coming up?
I mean, I'm not a big like concert person.
Yeah, you're a hanging out person, right?
Yeah, like I'm not the type of guys like, oh, dude, I'm going to this concert. Nah, fuck all that shit.
Fucking Rage coming to town.
I go to some fucking. I go watch Shamar and some brass bands. I'll get excited for a concert. I went to the last concert I paid a ticket for.
Yeah.
Big Frida and Tank and the Bangers, son.
Dude, Tank and the Bangers they're the new hot.
They're the new fucking hot kids on the block.
I'm gonna try and get them on one of these shows too. I'm gonna try and get them on those.
They're gonna be at Jazz Fest. All these motherfuckers at Jazz Fest.
I'm wanting to do like a couple weeks leading up to Jazz Fest where we get on all the locals that are playing and just talk about the history of Jazz Fest, what it's like for them to be included amongst these all-time greats. I think that would be a lot of fun. I'm into that. Yeah, when it comes to me, like, I used to be a concert dude, but, like, because I used to promote concerts, like, unless I got a really good seat, unless I'm, like, front row, like, I'm not that into it anymore. Like, I like being behind the scenes and stuff, and I like little shows. I like little shows. So, for me, like, if I'm going out in New Orleans, I just want to walk around, meet people, smoke a drink, just chill.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I always like coming to Haunt Nolan and Nerdy Boys Gallery, because it's always just people hanging out. You're always meeting new people. Mm-hmm. They always got some drinks around. You can go run over to Harry's. Yeah. Get you something.
We got ice box in the shop full of beer.
Dude, I remember one day I went shopping around I went and bought a hat at Gorin Brothers. They're like, hey man, you want a beer? And I don't really drink beer, but I'm like, I'm in no position to turn down a beer. So I got a beer. Then I went and bought something from Varg in the square. And he's like, hey, man, you want a beer? Yeah. I'm like, oh, I got like 5 free beers just walking in places. Yeah, everybody's offering beer.
People walk up to my door and like, can we bring this in? And I'm like, motherfucker, if you can't, something is wrong.
Yeah.
Don't walk in the place if you can't. This is the only fucking place where you can go at a restaurant, eat a meal, you're like, hey, put this fucking cocktail to go, motherfucker. Yeah. I need a styrofoam cup. Let's go.
You know who Hannibal Buress is, the stand-up comic?
Yeah.
You ever hear his bit on New Orleans?
No.
Oh, we're listening to that as soon as we cut this show. We're listening. It is my favorite. It's called A Love Story to New Orleans. It's on one of his albums. You're gonna fucking love it. That has a lot to do with it.
Hell yeah.
All right, I think that's about it for tonight. We've been going a while. We're gonna be back later this week. We're gonna have guests. Let us know in the comments what you like, what you didn't like. And we will see you guys on Instagram because fuck Twitter and fuck Facebook.
Yeah, and we're going to post some cool shit.
Boom, right here. Boom. Till next week, we are Rated X.